Heartbreak in Hartville. Episode 6, Heart of Darkness. Hey, all you sleuths out there. Casey here, and I'm so ready to get to the heart of the matter. Duke and Maggie Hart have both completed their polygraph exams. They found the process both daunting and draining, and both emerged feeling guilty and brimming with self-doubt. Will they turn to each other or turn on each other? Before we find out, let's check out the results of the next polygraph exams coming right up. Mary steps into the tiny room where the polygraph machine and an imposing woman were taking up a majority of the space. Instantly claustrophobic, her breathing begins to sound more like panting, and she is desperately searching for an exit strategy. In fact, she appears as frantic-looking as she did when she emerged from the forest and faced Duke and Maggie the day Daisy disappeared. Mary has always been described as buttoned up, never without a plan, always hoping for the best, and prepared for the worst. The envy of her friends for her pleasant demeanor, her soothing aura, and her unique ability to create calm in the midst of chaos. So who was this woman being hooked up to the polygraph? It was a version of Mary Marks nobody would recognize. Maybe Maggie's right, Mary's becoming unhinged. After a series of questions similar to those Duke and Maggie answered, the polygraph examiner asks one last question of Mary.
Mary Marks, have you been truthful about everything related to Daisy Hart's disappearance?
Yes, I have.
The machine tells a different story. When the test concludes, the results are undeniable, deception detected. As soon as Mary hears those two words, her frantic discomfort and claustrophobia abruptly shift. She's no longer moving about frenetically, releasing uncontrolled nervous energy. Instead, she suddenly appears reserved and controlled. So strange, more odd behavior from Mary. Maggie's even more worried about her best friend now. She's withdrawn completely. Mary's demeanor greatly concerns Dane too. His wife needs him, yet he hasn't been able to reach her effectively despite his many attempts, and now she's shut down, gone silent. There is no other way to characterize her behavior than erratic. Mary is behaving erratically, and it's rubbing off on Dane, who is up next for the polygraph. He's not sure he can settle down, but he has no choice. Refusing the polygraph now would cast all suspicion on him, and he has had enough of that. Finally, Dane takes his seat. The room is silent, cold. Dane meets the examiner's gaze, attempting not to look away, not to appear weak. He is unable. Like the others, he is asked a predetermined set of questions. Dane actually feels himself physically and mentally relaxing further with each query. He is relieved, believing it's going well for him. The final question is the same as Mary's.
Dane Marks, have you been truthful about everything related to Daisy Hart's disappearance?
Yes.
When the test concludes, he receives the same result his wife had, deception detected. Dane's heart races, but he remains outwardly calm. He knows what this looks like, but he also knows that polygraphs aren't foolproof. Still, the result is enough to send shockwaves through the room. Of course it does. The two people closest to the Harts have both failed their tests, and the implications are both painful and terrifying.
Dane, what are you and Mary hiding? I can't bear this.
Before Dane can answer, the private investigator, Bronson, steps in, his expression grave. He lays out the case he's been building against Dane, connecting the dots between the other missing girls, the child pornography charge, and Dane's birth name, Daniel Manning.
There's a pattern here, Duke. These other missing girls, the child porn charge, it's all connected. And that name, Daniel Manning, it's Dane's original name from when he was a kid in foster care, before he changed it and tried to erase his own history. And as you know, part of that history is criminal but sealed. We can't ignore this. He just failed the polygraph.
Duke's mind races, struggling to reconcile the friend he's known for years with the accusations being laid out before him. He knows Dane's past well, even the juvenile conviction. No one else knows the details. Not even Mary knew what he was convicted of or why, but that was Dane's youth, his escape from abuse, and he could not envision his best friend ever hurting a kid after what he went through. Duke was so sure. Was he wrong? Dane was like a brother to him. Was he blind to what was right in front of him? It felt impossible, but the pieces were fitting together too neatly to dismiss.
Dane, did you move the camera? Are you covering for something? Is that why Mary lied?
Are you kidding me, Duke? You think I'm some kind of criminal mastermind? I moved the camera because I was working on the ladder. I told you that. And Mary, she's just scared. Okay? We all are. But I swear, I didn't do anything. I wouldn't ever. I love Daisy.
What Duke knows, and so does Maggie, because he had told her everything years ago, is that Duke's juvenile conviction was for kidnapping. And if the PI had known that, if the conviction wasn't sealed, Bronson would be convinced beyond any doubt that Dane was not only responsible for Daisy's disappearance, he was the serial predator he has been after for years. Before things can escalate further, Robbins announces the teacher is out of the hospital and has been called back in for another round of questioning and polygraph. He sends the four of them to another room to hash it out. He can listen to the recording later and find out what more they pull out of each other. He needs to focus on the teacher, Emily, now. She's nervous but determined to clear her name.
First of all, I spoke to your boyfriend, and he assured me he is getting back here by tomorrow morning and coming straight in to see me. It's in your best interest that happens. So I really hope I don't have to chase him down.
Yes, sir, he understands. He promised me.
Good. Now let's discuss your polygraph.
Did I pass?
No, it indicated deception.
I didn't lie. I swear I didn't. But there's something else.
Something else? This is no time to be holding back information.
It's about my car.
Emily reveals a detail she hadn't mentioned before about the driver's side car seat. When she got in the car, the seat was pushed back too far. Both she and her boyfriend are short, always driving with the seat all the way forward. But it was back pretty far the day Emily was missing, and the keys were in the ignition. Her boyfriend always left them under the driver's side mat. It set off an alarm in the back of her head at the time, but her concern was dwarfed by Daisy's disappearance. She decided it wasn't important at the time, not with everything else going on. And then she forgot about it. But now, with the blood found in the car, it seems crucial.
Why didn't you say anything earlier?
Because I didn't think it mattered. Daisy was missing, and who was I to bother the police about a car seat, and it's not like my keys were gone. But now it seems important, because there's blood in there. And I swear, my boyfriend dropped the car off and drove straight to the airport with his friend. They were in such a hurry to make their flight to Cancun.
Robin sends her back to the polygraph after she shares this new information with him. This time, there is no deception detected. Robbins has more questions ready for her.
Who else knew the keys were in the car? Who had the opportunity to move the seat and leave blood behind?
Dane knew. And Mary knew. Dane saw my boyfriend when he was up on the ladder working. He called out to him, told him to let me know where the keys were. Then when Dane saw Mary, he asked her to let me know. And she did. I asked my boyfriend about this, and he told me he'd asked Dane to tell me the keys would be under the mat like always. So I know for sure.
New information. It's up to Robbins to determine the implications and significance. As he wrapped up the interview with Emily, his mind shifted back to Duke, Maggie, Dane, and Mary. He hoped he would soon glean new information from them as well. He had left them with only their thoughts, their secrets, their distrust of one another. Duke no longer has tolerance for Mary and Dane. Everything he thought he knew about his best friend seems to have been a carefully crafted facade, and he felt duped. The flippant way Dane so easily tossed out lies was actually terrifying. How could Duke have dismissed a cold streak, then ran so deep in his best friend? The level of agitation Duke now experienced in the presence of Dane was disturbing and highly distracting. He had heard the saying, seeing red, but this was his first time experiencing the phenomenon. His blood pressure was off the charts. Once Maggie and Duke had settled into a space where they didn't have to see or hear Dane and Mary, he was able to recapture his mental focus and shake off his agitated state. Maggie remained tense, huddled in her chair, knees to her chest, arms wrapped tightly around her legs, consumed with guilt. The polygraph test, her inconclusive result, she should have realized that's the best she'd ever do, especially with Mary calling her a hypocrite in front of everyone. She's not sure why Mary said that, but now is not the time or place. Deflecting like that is detracting from saving Daisy. And that's all that should matter right now. The four of them have been separated into 2 rooms, a husband and wife in each room. Cold folding chairs are all they offered. The police are making no pretense of treating them like victims. They are all suspects, and all suspicious of each other as well. The detective hopes to catch any secrets the couple share between them. As Maggie speaks, she leans on Duke, grasping his warm hands, hoping to garner strength to keep going.
None of this is saving Daisy. She's missing and she's lost in all this mess. She's the innocent victim. We are not helping. They are not helping. Nobody is helping.
Duke is holding on for dear life, trying to maintain trust in the people he loves. Maggie's hands are like ice. They feel tiny and fragile in his. He doesn't recall ever feeling this way, like Maggie was weaker than himself. He wants to trust Maggie. He believes she doesn't know what happened to Daisy. But that meltdown about the baby bluebird, was it a psychic premonition or a psychotic episode? How did she just show up there? Can mother's intuition really run that deep? He refuses to let his mind go there, chalking it up to mom guilt, a guilt Maggie has always struggled with whenever work took her away from time with Daisy. But he is coming to understand that beneath guilt, truth often lies buried.
Maggie, you're just feeling guilty. That's all it is. You're strong, but always too hard on yourself. It's creating doubt. We're all doubting ourselves right now. It's hard not to.
I'm strong, Duke, but not this strong. I'm not strong enough to find out our best friends are monsters. Are they, Duke? Are they monsters?
If Dane hurt Daisy, if Mary is covering for him, then yes, they're both monsters. I can hardly think about it, but what if they both know what happened? Like an accident and they didn't want to get in trouble? I've thought of that too. They need to prove to us they don't know where she is, and they need to be talking to Emily, the teacher, her boyfriend too. They know her best. They need to stop worrying about themselves and start thinking about Daisy. Only Daisy matters.
The boyfriend. Oh, no, Duke. Daisy could be in Mexico. Emily's boyfriend and some guy nobody even knows. They could have her, the car. Duke, they need to bring her back. Are the police checking that?
Maggie, they're checking everything. All we can do right now, you and I, Maggie, all we can do is make sure we are telling the truth, not leaving anything out. That's the best way we can help Daisy.
What are you saying? You think I'm not doing everything I should be? You don't believe me? Duke, please. This is hard enough. I can't lose you and Daisy. I need you, both of you. I love you.
Duke pulls Maggie to him, folding her in his arms. They held each other close enough to feel their heartbeats sync, heart to heart. If the strength of their love was enough to bring Daisy home, they would see her very soon. While Duke tries to hold the pieces together, in the next room over, Mary's world is spiraling out of control. She and Dane are the only ones in the room, but they're hardly together, each in a chair shoved in opposite corners. The vastness between them is obvious. Mary knows she lied about why she didn't want to call the police right away. The truth is buried deep, hidden beneath layers of deception that are starting to crack. Dane knows her so well, he's sensing her breaking. She tries to turn it all back on him.
Dane, you went along with me. I know you didn't like what I did. Buying time, you didn't agree with it. But I disagree with what you did. I feel like now you're blaming me. But I blame you. Maybe that makes us even?
Mary, I'm worried about you. You're not making sense. You're talking in circles. I did what you asked against my better judgment because I didn't want you to feel guilty. I figured you needed to try to find her to make up for losing her. I don't know. You just seem so upset, and I love you. I had to help you.
Oh, so I lost Daisy? That's your story now? Of course you would blame me. I guess you know now. I'm not backing you up anymore. I could never trust you or believe you ever again.
What are you saying? Mary, you're scaring me. What's going on with you?
I'm scaring you? I'm not the one on some list with some fake name or whatever.
Mary, I don't keep secrets from you. I don't have secrets. You know that, Mary. I love you. The stress is getting to us all.
Everybody has secrets. Some people just have bigger ones than other people. And some people just have too many.
Dane is confused and surprised by the depth and intensity of Mary's anger. She is saying things he could never imagine her saying. Her words are painful to him, and she knows that tearing them apart, especially when they are finally going to become a complete family soon, is the worst punishment she can dole out to Dane. His years in foster care damaged him beyond repair in some ways. Mary, Duke, Maggie, and Daisy were his salve. His wounds remained closed with them in his life. They are his family. And Dane knew Mary hadn't shared their news with Duke and Maggie yet, but they were finally going to be parents. The IVF finally worked. Mary had told him last week, but afraid of another miscarriage, they held their news to themselves. Now they cannot share anyway. With Daisy missing, there's no place for their joy. It is so unfair. He feels guilty for even having that last thought. Mary knows the stakes are high, and every moment brings the truth closer to the surface. She's desperate to keep it hidden, but the pressure is mounting, and the lies she's told are starting to unravel. Who is suffering most? Mary, Dane, Maggie, Duke? Seems there's plenty of pain for them all to share. Dane knows he was complicit. Dane went along with Mary's lie about why they didn't call the police right away. He wanted to. He knew it was the right thing to do. But when Mary started shaking, bleeding from where she'd been chewing on her nail, a habit he had never known Mary to have, with her always perfect manicure, saw the fear in her eyes and couldn't bring himself to argue. Mary was on outside duty. She'd handed the kids over to Emily, and she was terrified that she was at fault. He wanted to protect her, even though he knew they were losing precious time, an hour they would never get back.
When a kid goes missing, you call 911 first, and then you start looking. We run a school. We know this. Everybody knows this. It looks bad. It is bad.
The walls are closing in on Dane Marks. His desire to protect Mary may have cost him everything. The guilt is eating him alive, and the secrets he's kept about his past are no longer behind him. They are emerging, rising to the forefront of his existence. They will ruin him. The polygraph didn't just reveal his deception, it revealed the cracks in a facade he carefully constructed that's about to come crashing down. That's it for episode 6. It looks like the truth in Hartville isn't just elusive, it's painful, dangerous. Betrayal and deception have started to fill the cracks, spreading through what once seemed like the perfect life in Hartville. The desperate search for Daisy Hart is no longer just about finding a beloved missing girl. It's about unearthing dark secrets that have been buried far too long. But for some, not long enough. These secrets are poised to rip open old wounds and tear apart lives. But what about Daisy? Is anyone keeping a secret about Daisy? Join me next time as the lines between friend and foe blur beyond recognition. Think you've got it all figured out? Cracked the case? Ready to bring Daisy home? Well, before you get too confident, let me remind you, on Slice of Crimes, nothing is ever exactly as it seems. Infinite thanks. Hey, sleuths! I know some of you are anxious to crack this case. Maybe a peek forward will help you out. If so, keep listening after the outro where I'm sharing a small sliver, not a whole slice, of what episode 7 will be serving up. How do you feel after an episode of Slice of Crimes? One step closer to the truth? If you haven't cracked the case yet, no worries, you're not alone. But before you go, remember, the mystery doesn't end here. Enjoyed this episode? Show some love. Share Slice of Crimes with your friends, family, or even that neighbor who's a little too interested in true crime. Oh wait, that's probably you. Your 5-star ratings and killer reviews help keep these investigations coming. And I couldn't do it without you. Got your own theories? Burning questions? Or maybe a case you think I should tackle next? I'm all ears. Send your ideas and suggestions my way. The more you engage, the sharper my sleuthing gets. So until next time, fellow sleuths, keep your wits about you. Stay curious. Stay sharp. You never know what the next slice of crime will serve up. And trust me, you won't want to miss it. Infinite thanks for listening today and for tuning in next week. Here you go, sleuths. Hope this sliver of episode 7 satiates your appetite. The last thing Detective Robbins expected was exactly what he found atop a pile of mail delivered while he was questioning Emily. He had only stopped by his office to jot down a few notes and pull his thoughts together before reassembling the 4 ex-best friends in the same room. He had a whole lot more to think about. A ransom note. It was handwritten, and as Robbins quickly noticed, hand-delivered. There were no postage stamps or markings. He stared at it for a moment, resisting the urge to touch it. Instead, he grabbed a pair of gloves and carefully picked up the envelope. The absence of fingerprints was almost a given. But Robbins wasn't about to take any chances. He opened the envelope with a letter opener and pulled out a single sheet of stationery. The envelope's inscription, written in bold black block lettering, delivered a clear message. Detective Robert Robbins, if they want Daisy back, read this to them now. Otherwise, the note was a conundrum. Robbins was sure of one thing immediately. This ransom note needed to lead to a resolution, not a tangent. Robbins' heart raced as he read the note, then briskly walked it down the hall for analysis. He swabbed for DNA, checked for prints, nothing. No immediate clues, and DNA results would take time. Still, as Robbins prepared to face Duke, Maggie, Dane, and Mary, again, this time he wasn't just dealing with deception, guilt, or tension. He was about to confront them with the unthinkable, a ransom demand. Infinite thanks for listening, sleuths.